I'm Roman Yossi of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Dante Fabro of the Nashville Predators.
This is Philip Forsberg of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Yuta Saros of the Nashville Predators.
You're listening to the Renegades of Puck
with Crazy Charlie.
Welcome to the Bunker. Welcome to the Renegades of Puck podcast. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Sonny. And before we get to the No Half Step in hockey coverage, first, let me introduce you to our home website, renegadesofpuck.com. Once you go to renegadesofpuck.com, you learn everything you need to know about the show and what you're getting educated about the show. Click on that merchandise tab. Going to take you straight to our classic logo t-shirt, our pride logo t-shirt, all of our different special event t-shirts, and so much more. All the gimmicks you come to know and love and expect from Renegades Puck are still available in our online store, whether that is socks, throw pillows, wall art, bed sets, or so much more. Something like 88 different items with our logo on it. Best said, we've sold out so that you can buy in. Social media is of critical importance to this operation, so here's how you can support the Renegades of Puck. You can find us on X and Threads. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook, TikTok as well. So please take just a second and give us a follow, give us a like, give us a subscription on any of those different platforms, whatever it is you prefer. Jump in the trenches with the Renegades of Puck. YouTube, we sure could use your assistance right over there, and we sure do appreciate all of our new subscribers. So check us out by searching Renegades of Puck on YouTube and subscribe to our channel. That's where you'll find the latest episodes of Renegades of Puck TV, all of our preview segments, our recap segments, and all of our different specialty segments. We post them all there on our YouTube channel. Thanks to the Full Press Predators Network, the Full Press NHL Network, we have gone from local to global in 2023 and continued that momentum well on into 2024. So stick taps, love, and respect to everyone who's checked out the show and helped make us an incredible success in the podcast world. You can find us on Google, Stitcher, Spotify, Amazon, several other platforms. Just search Renegades of Puck in your preferred platform today, and stick taps, love, and respect to everybody at the Full Press NHL Network for all of the hard work they've done behind the scenes to help make us such a great success. Venmo, that is how you can support the show financially. Just go to Venmo and search Renegades of Puck, or scan the QR code that is currently on your screen. Every dollar goes a long way to helping the Renegades of Puck, and we sure do appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time and helping us out with several different large projects over the last couple of years since we first launched this project. We always need the help, and we always need the support, and thanks to generous renegades like you watching and listening right now, we've been able to make some significant upgrades, and we sure do appreciate that. Stick taps, love, and respect. It means a lot to have the support from such a great audience out there. It's great to be in the trenches with each and every one of you. Now listen, I know it's time for the No Half Step in hockey coverage, so let me deliver the goods. At this moment in hockey history, we pause to recap the 2023-2024 NHL season for the Nashville Predators. We're going to do this in chunks of 5 games at a time, so here we go. It's time for the Rebirth Sports season recap.
Hockey players are as unique as the game itself, and your uniform should be tailored to fit you. Rebirth Sports is your sports apparel tailor. From shells, bags, warm-ups, hats, hoodies, branding, and more, let Rebirth Sports be your custom hockey tailor.
And don't forget to tell them they do more than just hockey.
Rebirth Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Rebirth Sport, a match made in hockey.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to January 31st of the year 2024 when the Nashville Predators were at home facing off against the LA Kings. Head coach Andrew Burnett deployed his lines in the following way: Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Trennan, Sissons, and Gurianov, Novak, Glass, and Evangelista, Smith, McCarron, and Tomasino. Your defensive pairings: Alex Carrier out of this game with an injury, Yossi and Fabro, McDonough and Shen, Luzon and Barry. Into the game, getting the start is UC Saros, and it's Riddick coming up with the save of the game to start with Fabro, plus the follow-up by Trennan. Those are the first and second shots on goal of the game. At the 2:20 mark of the first period, UC Saros come up with his first save of the game on Grunch. For the 2:59 mark of the first period, UC Saros come up with the save on Deneau. At 4:08 of the first period, it's Kempe hitting the crossbar from the left circle off the rush. At the 5:22 spot of the first period, it's Riddick Big save Dave coming with a save with the captain, Roman Yossi at 6:03. Riddick comes up with another save on glass at 8:41. Riddick comes up with a save on Dante Fabro. And then at 8:50, just 9 seconds after that save on Fabro, it is Grundstrom breaking through for the first goal of the game, giving the LA Kings a 1-0 lead, his 8th goal of the season. He walked in and sniped with a 2-on-1 after Luke Evangelista's really rough turnover in the neutral zone. It was downright ugly. Luke Evangelista turns the puck over. That allows Grundstrom to walk in and pick his spot, and he definitely picked a great spot. Bar down, LA 1-0. 10-10 of the first period. Now Saros comes with a save on Moore at the 11:03 mark of the first period. You see Saros comes with a save on LaFerriere and a follow-up by Anderson Dolan, and the tuck under the arm by UC Saros. He prevents the puck from going in just by a few threads of the jersey. 12:21 of the first period. Riddick coming with a save on Tomasino plus his follow-up at the 13:37 mark of the first period. UC Saros coming up with a save on Roy's long shot at 14:51. Riddick comes up with a save on Luke Shen. 15:38 of the first period. UC Saros coming up with a save on Lewis at the 16:26 mark of the first period. It's Riddick coming up with a save on Guryanov at the 18:59 mark of the first period. It's Roy off to the box. 2 minutes for slashing, giving us our first special teams action of the game. The Nashville Predators onto the power play, and they seem to completely lose clock awareness as time just fizzles away and dissolves like sands through the hourglass as Philip Forsberg dances and dazzles and does everything but put the puck onto the net. So the Nashville Predators seem to just lose awareness here at the end of the period. We hit the end of the first period. It is the Preds out shooting the LA Kings 14-11, but LA holds the 1-goal lead. Carryover of the power play into the second period will be 59 seconds for the Nashville Predators. So we go on to the clean sheet and we find Big Save Dave coming up with a save on Philip Forsberg, and that would be it for the Nashville Predators. They'd be unable to generate more than one shot on goal to start the second period. All that planning during intermission led to one shot. 1:01 of the second period. UC Saros coming with a save on Dano at the 1:40 mark of the second period. It's Riddick coming up with a save on glass at the 3:25 mark of the second period. It's Dante Fabro off the box. 2 minutes for holding. Riddick is going to come with a save on Colton Sisson's breakaway, plus the secondary rebound putback was easily Riddick's best save of the game up to this point, and maybe in its entirety. A huge save on the breakaway, but an even bigger save on the follow-up. Sissons unable to convert on the shorthanded breakaway situation just after the power play expires, the 5:36 mark. So 11 seconds after the power play expires, it's Turcotte getting his first goal of his career, so first goal of the season. It was a short side finish after the Kings just walked into the Nashville Predators defensive zone. The Preds were in the middle of a change and perhaps got confused, lost their assignments, whatever it was. They did not lay a finger on Turcotte or the other LA Kings coming into the zone. It was truly some of the softest defense you're going to find, and the Nashville Predators found themselves down 2-0. Congratulations to Turcotte. I watched his dad score his first goal as a New York Ranger, and now I watch him score his first goal here as an LA King. What a bizarre life. Short side finish there for Turcotte. His first goal of his career gives LA a 2-0 lead in this game at the 6:10 mark of the second period. So immediately after, we see Barry putting the puck in the net. It was a rebound put back through the 5-hole, and we see the play be challenged for goaltender interference. After a somewhat lengthy delay, the play would be overturned. No goal, so rewind the clock, take the goal off the board, make the score be 2-0 again in favor of LA. But it was a great job by Barry getting through that rebound and putting it back through the 5-hole before it was overturned on review for goaltender interference. Incidental interference, so no penalty. 9:51 now of the second period. Riddick coming up with a save on Guryanov. 10:48 mark of the second. And Saros coming up with a save on Kevin Fiala. 12:21 of the second. And Saros coming with a save on Anderson Dolan at the 13:13 mark of the second period. It's UC Saros coming with a save on Lewis at 14:42 of the second. It's Riddick coming with a save on Dante Fabro at the 15:02 mark of the second period. It's Riddick coming with a save on Luzon. Teams continue to trade chances. Nashville Predators get the next chance at 16:22 when Forsberg has the jam attempt at the post. It is stopped right there by Big big save Dave Riddick, and this was a positional save because he never saw it coming. There was no way to anticipate that this play was coming from Forsberg, who suddenly got the benefit of a good bounce and stepped out from the post trying to jam the puck in. Riddick coming up with another incredible save here in the second period. 17:47 out of the second period. Stars coming with a save on Kevin Fiala at 18:54 of the second. It's Riddick coming with a save on the captain Roman Josi. We hit the end of the second period. Nashville Predators down by 2 goals out, shooting LA 24-21. We go to the backside of the sheet to start the beginning of the third period on a clean sheet at Bridgestone Arena. We are 2:15 into the third period. Slow start for both teams. Riddick coming with a save on Luzon for the first shot on goal of the third period. The 2:51 mark. Action starts to pick up quickly, though, as Dowdy's off the box. 2 minutes for interference. Dave Riddick is about to clock in and go to work right here. First save is on Barry. Then the next save is on the captain, Roman Josi. Tommy Novak gets a good look in close before Nyquist hits the post. There was one other opportunity for the Nashville Predators, so 5 opportunities and all 4 had to be turned aside by Dave Riddick in this situation, and he was up to the task, standing tall and keeping the LA Kings in this game early in the third period. 5:15, so just after the Nashville Predators power play, the continued and sustained pressure by the Nashville Predators leads to Philip Forsberg getting his 24th goal of the season. It was jam at the other post, this time stoned by Riddick earlier in the second. This time at the other side of the net, he gets to the puck first and puts it bar down. No doubt with this one, great job finishing off on the close-in play, as only a high-skilled player can do. His 24th goal of the season comes at the end of an incredibly long shift of pressure by the Nashville Predators. The hard work earned this goal. LA still has a 1-goal lead here in the third period, up 2-1, but the Preds are finally on the board, rewarded for their hard work. 6:14 of the third period. It's Dubois off the box. 2 minutes for hooking. Preds earning another power play with sustained pressure. We find O'Reilly then picking up a penalty. 2 minutes for a high stick, and that's going to create a 4-on-4 for a minute 43 seconds. So only 17 seconds of power play before that O'Reilly penalty. Then Fiala is off to the box. 2 minutes for holding. That creates a 4-on-3 for 29 seconds. Forsberg would hit the iron during the 4-on-3 situation. Then the Nashville Predators would find themselves on a power play, 5-on-4 traditional style, for a minute and 17 seconds. Riddick would come up with a save on the captain, Roman Josi, and then Tommy Novak would hit yet another post here in this game at the 13:20 mark of the third period. When we finally return to some 5-on-5 hockey, it's Lewis coming with his 6th goal of the season to give the LA Kings a 3-1 lead in this game. It's Byfield with the feed from behind the net while holding off Shen and making a physically imposing play against the Nashville Predators. The LA Kings have been largely shut down here in the third period. Lewis, though, is the beneficiary of Byfield's hard work and seemingly super strength, holding Luke Shen off the puck and then with one hand making a perfect pass to the slot area. Stick taps for that play to Byfield. The LA Kings now lead 3-1 at the 14:53 mark of the third period. The captain, Roman Josi, hits the post one more time, ringing iron for the Preds at 16:35 of the third period. It's Tomasino, his 7th goal. Novak to Josi to Tomasino, tic-tac-toe to the back of the net after Anze Kopitar's turnover in the defensive zone. The LA Kings now lead 3-2 in this game, 17:55 of the third period. It's Riddick coming with a save on Tommy Novak at 18:51 of the third period. It's Kevin Fiala with his 13th goal of the season into the empty net, giving the LA Kings a 4-2 lead, and that would be your final. Shots on goal, Nashville Predators 40, LA 24, and for the Nashville Predators, if they had played this entire game the way they had played the third period, they would have had no problems winning this game, but they did not put that level of effort up. Third period, big save. Dave does give up 2 goals, but he faced an onslaught and picks up the victory. UC Saros takes another loss, and the Nashville Predators find themselves out of a playoff spot for the first time in quite some time, and that's how they'll go into the All-Star break. A tough loss on home ice for the Nashville Predators. Got themselves behind and just an insurmountable lead to come back from. The Preds dropped this one to the LA Kings on home ice, 4-2, and head into the All-Star break.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Tracy, owner-operator of Strong Style Fitness. And that's me and my training assistant, Rizzo. And we are here to bring you fitness that meets you where you are by offering circuit classes, bar-inspired classes, Tabata workouts, boot camps, guided stretching, and more, all taught by a certified personal trainer, me. To learn more, go to our website, strongstylefit.com. Subscribe on YouTube at Strong Style Fitness. Follow on social media at Strong Style Fit. But most importantly, let's get you moving. It doesn't matter if it's your first workout or you've been doing it for years. Strong Style Fitness has the workout that meets you on your journey and helps you along the path to a happier, healthier life. I understand where you've been, what you were going through, and where you were going, and I want to take you there. We'll see you on the mat. Mwah.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to February the 10th, the year 2024, when the Nashville Predators were finally back on the ice coming out of the All-Star break versus the Arizona Coyotes. Head coach Andrew Burnett deployed his lines and combinations in the following way. Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Novak, Lassen, Tomasino, Trenton, Sissons, and Smith make up your third line. Sherwood, McCarron, Evangelista make up your fourth line. Yossi and Barry are your top defensive pairing. McDonough and Shen, Luzon, and Carey round out the defensemen. UC Saros gets the start in net at Bridgestone Arena. We are just 50 seconds into the game, and it's UC Saros coming up with a save on Krause. It's the first shot on goal of the game at the 2:03 mark. The first period, UC Saros coming up with a save on O'Brien, 3:47. Saros another save on Mosier at the 4:33 mark of the first period. UC Saros back to work again, coming up with a save on Dermott. UC Saros doing the hard work in the first 5 minutes of the game. At 4:45, Ingram comes up with his first save of the game. That's on Philip Forsberg. That's the first shot on goal for the National Predators. At 5:07 of the first, Krause hits the post for Arizona at the 6:57 mark. The first period, it's Ingram coming up with a save, and the captain, Roman Yossi. Teams exchanging chances now. 8:54, Saros a save on Keller at the 10:49 mark of the first period. UC Saros coming up with a save on Zucker at the 11:40 mark. Saros another save, this time on Krause. Our first goal of the game comes at the 12:28 mark of the first period. It's Ryan O'Reilly getting his 18th goal of the season. It was Philip Forsberg with the feed from below the goal line to the side of the slot area, and the shot pinballs in the most incredible way. It goes off of the post, off of Connor Ingram, off of the crossbar, off of Connor Ingram, and then into the net. Just one of the most improbable pinball shots you're ever going to see, but this is the NHL, so something different happens every game. O'Reilly's 18th gets the Preds on the board with a 1-0 lead at the 12:28 mark of the first period. But the celebration doesn't last very long, because at 13:10 of the first period, it's Dermott with his second goal of the season. As the Preds D collapses low, it allowed just all the time in the space at the top of the zone to take a good shot through some heavy traffic. That ties the game up at 1 apiece at the 13:10 mark, the first period. We'll go to 14:17 now of the first period. Ingram coming up with the save on Philip Forsberg at 15:14 of the first period. Our first penalty of the game. It's Captain Roman Yossi off to the box. 2 minutes for high sticking Cole Smith would do the heavy, relentless penalty killing here. 2 to 3 takeaways and a shot on goal, all within one sequence in the Coyote zone. Very impressive effort. That's bringing the jam in a shorthanded situation in a most no half-stepping way. UC Saros would come up with a save on Valimaki, but that would be it for the Arizona Coyotes on that power play. At 17:21 the first period, the Preds would get their first power play opportunity when Dermott would go off the box. 2 minutes for holding the stick. The Preds, though, would not generate a single shot on net. As a matter of fact, the power play would look pretty awful. We hit the end of the first period with the Coyotes out shooting the Nashville Predators 12-10. We do have a 1-1 hockey game. Doesn't take long on the clean sheet of the second period. Only 21 seconds for our first action. Connor Ingram comes with the save on Cole Smith at 1:40 mark. It's UC Saros coming with the save on O'Brien. At the 3:06 mark of the second period, it's Connor Ingram coming with the save on Tyson Barry. 3:55 sees UC Saros coming with the save on Keller's deflection. Keller, of course, has had great success against the Predators this season. The 4:37 mark of the second period, it's Ingram coming up with the save on Philip Forsberg, plus the follow-up by Nyquist. Great scoring opportunity here by the Nashville Predators. Now, at 5:32 of the second period, the Predators are going to get another power play opportunity as Dursey is going to be off the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking, but just like the first Predators power play, just not a lot happening right here. The Preds would, again, not get a single shot on goal during the full 2-minute man advantage. At the 7:48 mark, we just played only a few seconds of 5-on-5 hockey. We're already going back to special teams, and we are really going to special teams here. At the 7:48 mark of the second period, it's McMahon off the box. 2 minutes for hooking. And then immediately, it's Philip Forsberg off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. Now, we have a 4-on-4, but then it's the Arizona Coyotes picking up a bench minor for too many men on the ice. That puts the Predators back on the ever unusual 4-on-3 power play, but that's when Glass picks up a penalty. He's off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping, but wait. We are not done yet. Hayton then is also going to pick up a penalty during the special teams exchange. This is going to be 2 minutes for high by sticking. Now, the next part of the foul tree, the captain Roman Josi, is something different than a penalty. It is a goal for the Nashville Predators. His 11th of the season comes on a heavy one-timer from the right circle. Good setup by the Preds. Power play right here puts the Preds back on top 2-1. We finally return to some 5-on-5 hockey at the 12:31 mark of the second period. We find UC Saros coming up with a save on Cooley at the 15-14 mark of the second period. UC Saros coming up with a save on Keller at 16:24. The second UC Saros coming up with a save on Michelli. 17:32 Luzon. He's off to the box. 2 minutes for interference, and this is going to give Gunther an opportunity to just stop the puck in a most glorious way. He had so much time, so much space. He was able to hand that heater of a pass with his skate, put it on the blade, and then pick top shelf, giving the Arizona Coyotes their second goal of the game. For Gunther, his fourth goal of the season. We have a tie game here going into the second intermission. Shots on goal after 2. Arizona's managed to get 12 shots on goal in both periods. They now have 24. The Preds have 19 for the game, picking up 9 in the second period overall. We flip over to the back of the sheet, and we pick ourselves up at the beginning of the third period. We go 137 in, and it's UC Saros coming with a save on Michelli at 145 of the third period. It's Valimaki getting his second goal of the season. It was a long shot that also pinballed 2 sets of pants on the way into the net. So the Nashville Predators get a pinball goal, and the Arizona Coyotes get a more traditional pinball style goal right here. Now Arizona leads 3-2 in this game. At the 4-minute mark of the third period, it's Cole Smith off to the box. 2 minutes for interference. And unfortunately for the Nashville Predators, it's Nick Schmaltz converting on the power play for the Arizona Coyotes with his 14th goal of the season. It was incredibly strong passing by the Arizona Coyotes in the Preds defensive zone that led to Schmaltz getting the easy finish. The Arizona Coyotes lead 4-2 now here in the third period. At the 4:19 mark, just after Arizona takes the 2-goal lead, it's going to be Bukestad off the box. 2 minutes for hooking. Connor Ingram's going to come with a save on Philip Forsberg. Then Connor Ingram's going to come with a save on Ryan O'Reilly, plus the jam follow-up on the rebound. It is going to be Tommy Novak before the end of the power play, converting for the Nashville Predators his 9th goal of the season. It was a top-shelf finish. It was, in fact, a snipe. Tommy Novak, you know the name. All he does is make plays. Arizona still leads 4-3, but the Preds gaining some momentum off this power play goal. At the 7:23 mark of the third period, it's Ingram coming up with a save on McDonough. At the 9:27 mark of the third period, it's Ingram coming up with a save on McDonough again, but this time he has Philip Forsberg crashing and following up behind. Another save for Ingram leads to a scrum after the whistle as Philip Forsberg continues to be ornery in this game. That same Philip Forsberg, just 30 seconds later, at 9:59 of the third period, is going to pick up his 25th goal of the season. It was O'Reilly's shot off of Ingram's shoulder, lands in the blue paint, and Forsberg slams it home, not only winning the battle, but physically dominating that battle and getting that puck into the net. Forsberg's 25th goal of the season ties this game at 4 apiece. You could just tell the Nashville Predators were just buzzing around the zone the last couple of minutes. Now in a tie game, everything resets. Things start to slow down a little bit. That's why we find 11:48. It's Ingram coming up with a save on Sissons at 13:43. Ingram comes up with a save on Philip Forsberg at 17:08. Ingram comes up with a save on glass. 18:32. Ingram a save on glass again. And then we go to 19:54, just 6 seconds left in regulation. UC Saros coming up with his final save of regulation on Moser. We hit the end of regulation. Each team is awarded a point. The Nashville Predators for the game outshoot Arizona 36-30 after the shots on goal being 24-19 in favor of Arizona after the second. The Preds, 36 shots on goal in total for regulation. Impressive third period. The Preds with a 2-goal comeback. Let's go to the overtime and decide this final point. It is 28 seconds, and it's the captain, Roman Josi, hitting the post with the big ping, looking to end this one. The Nashville Predators hit the post numerous times on the evening. This one as dramatic as can be. At 1:12 of the overtime session, it's UC Saros coming up and saying, Michelli's backhand and the follow-up jam. Only awarded 1 shot on goal right here, but UC Saros had to be strong, holding that, waiting for the whistle. Nashville Predators would reset, get the puck, and it would be Ryan McDonough finishing this game off with his 2nd goal of the season. It was Tommy Novak who did the hard work. He carried the puck from the neutral zone, carried it down along the wall, fought through a hard check, won that battle, went behind the net, comes out the other side, feeds the slot, and Ryan McDonough perfectly positioned, stick down, waiting for the play, and gets his first ever overtime game-winning goal. Ryan McDonough's second of the season gives the Nashville Predators a 5-4 victory in overtime at Bridgestone Arena. The Nashville Predators outshoot the Arizona Coyotes 37-31 for this game, and the Nashville Predators needed this one in such a big way. A 2-goal comeback on home ice in front of a really big crowd on a Saturday night. Good stuff for the team. Coming out of the All-Star break, I was concerned. Would they still be weary? Would they be better than they were when they went into the All-Star break? Well, by the third period, they got their legs under them, and they really got things going. We've got so much more to talk about in this game. Analysis coming up after the break, but that's the Rebirth Sports full game recap right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast. Damn, it feels good to be back in the bunker and in the trenches with each and every one of you Renegades of Puck.
The digital environment can be quite intimidating, time-consuming, and cumbersome, especially with all those other areas that need attention at your business, and that's why Stripe Digital Solutions is here to help. I know because that's exactly what Stripe Digital Solutions did for me and the Renegades of Puck. From designing my home website and helping me create my merchandise to special event posters, brand building, and social media management. But it's not just that, it's so much more. Stripe Digital Solutions has helped me every step of the way. From startup to full-time operation, Stripe Digital Solutions has been there to assist and advise every single step of the journey. In today's fast-paced world, the path to success is having a strong digital partner, and nobody is better in the trenches than Brandy and Stripe Digital Solutions. Get the solution before it's even a problem with Stripe Digital Solutions.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to February 13th of the year 2024 when the Nashville Predators were facing off against the New Jersey Devils for the first of two regular season meetings, this one taking place at Bridgestone Arena. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines and combinations in the following way. Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Trennan, Sissons, and Smith, Novak, McCarron, and Glass, Afanasiev, Jankowski, and Evangelista, Yossi, Barry, Luzon, Carrier, McDonough, Shen, UC Saros, and Net. So some shake-up in the line combinations and a call-up getting his opportunity to get back into the NHL level lineup. 18 seconds into the first period, UC Saros coming with a save on Heishier, the first shot on goal of the game, 1:29. It is also UC Saros coming up with a save on Lazar at 2:16 of the first period. It's Dawes coming with a save on Glass. That's the Predators' first shot on goal of the game at 2:26 of the first period. It's Nosek coming up with a penalty for 2 minutes high, sticking the first special team situation of the game. Dawes comes with a save on Forsberg, then Dawes comes with a save on Glass. Dawes would follow up with another save on Glass's deflection before Ryan O'Reilly would put the rebound back in from the sharp angle for his 19th goal of the season's power play goal for the Nashville Predators. After sustained and intense pressure, the Nashville Predators lead this game 1-0 early on. 4:36 into the first period, Luzon's off to the box. 2 minutes for tripping, so New Jersey gets their first opportunity on the power play. UC Saros comes with the save on Hughes. UC Saros then comes with the save on Holtz. Nashville Predators PK overall not bad. 7:31 of the first period. UC Saros comes with a save on Miller at 7:42 of the first period. It's Saros coming with a save on Bratt. The D was scrambling a little bit, but UC Saros was tracking it well through all of that heavy traffic and sustained pressure. At 9:39 of the first period, UC Saros comes up with a save on Holtz's heavy shot at the 10:29 mark of the first period. UC Saros comes with a save on Hughes' drive to the net with speed, and when he turns the Jets on, it is noticeable and significant. At 11:26 of the first period, UC Saros comes with a save on Marino. 12:13, Dawes, a save on Afanasiev. At 13:08, Saros, a save on Nosek. 15:13, Saros, a save on Smith. 15:59, Saros, a save on Toffoli. At 17:28 mark, UC Saros continues working hard. Saros, a save on Lazar at the 18:36 mark of the first period. The Nashville Predators finally start generating a little bit more pressure, at least. 18:36, UC Dawes come with a save on Smith. At 19:54, Preds who get the last shot on goal of the period. Dawes comes with a save on Smith. Shen puts a big hit attempt on, misses, but it's enough to draw the ire of the New Jersey Devils. It's a scrum after the whistle. The two teams get together. They have a conversation. The period comes to its conclusion. New Jersey outshoots Nashville 22-12 in the first period of Bridgestone Arena. The Nashville Predators do hold a 1-0 lead thanks to UC Saros and his incredible 22 saves in the first 20 minutes of play. We roll on into the clean sheet of the second period. It's 53 seconds in, and it's Hall off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking, but the Nashville Predators are also picking up penalty, 2 minutes for too many men on the ice. That's a bench minor. The Predators negate their own power play that leads to a 4-on-4 scenario, allowing New Jersey to have a little bit of time and space, and that's not what you want to give to Hughes as he picks up his 17th goal of the season. It was a snipe off of the rush. He went bar down. He had the extra time, the extra space, and he picked his spot. Hughes' 17th of the season gets New Jersey on the board. We have a tie game at 1 apiece in the second period. 3:10 of the second, Evangelista jamming the puck in at the post. It is ruled no goal on the ice. It is an official review. It is reviewed for a lengthy amount of time. It is upheld. Now, watching the Nashville Predators broadcast, the broadcasters were emphatic that this was a goal, and it does look like they had a replay that showed some white paint. I don't know how it wasn't overturned, but it was not overturned. So Luke Evangelista appeared to have a goal. He did not have a goal. We go to the 3:37 mark now of the second period, and UC Stars coming with a save on Hughes. At the 7:01 mark of the second period, it's Tommy Novak scoring his 10th goal of the season. The captain, Roman Josi, with some strong neutral zone play, takes the puck away and uses that good long pass to help split the D along with Tommy Novak's good skating. Novak then finishes the play with some good high skill. Seems to be that he's out of his offensive shell. Now double digits in goals, 10 of the season. The Nashville Predators regain their 1-goal lead, now leading 2-1. At the 8:21 mark of the second period, UC Stars coming with a save on Brad at 8:45, a save on Palat at 10:15. Dawes back to work, save on Jankowski. 10:56 of the second period, Stars comes with a save on Timo Meier. At the 12:03 mark of the second period, Dawes comes up with a save on Philip Forsberg. At 13:05 mark, Dawes a save on Smith's wraparound attempt. At 14:35, Shen is off to the box. 2 minutes for holding. UC Saros comes up with a save on Eric Holla. That would do it for the New Jersey power play. The Predators PK quite strong in this particular situation and scenario as I give the mic a good old punch. 18 minutes into the second period now, Saros comes up with a save on Brad at the 18:09 mark of the second period. Saros comes with another save on Brad at 18:25. Dawes comes with a save on Jankowski. The Preds again get the last shot on goal of the period. New Jersey out shooting Nashville by an incredible number. 34 shots on goal after 2 periods. The Preds have 22. We go over to the clean sheet of the third period. We are 25 seconds into UC Saros coming up with a save on Hughes at the 1:31 mark of the third period. It's UC Saros coming up with a save on Miller at 2:16 of the third period. It's Heischer's 15th goal of the season, tying this game up at 2 apiece. He got into the slot area right there and makes a great deflection off of Bratt's shot. A really, really good deflection beats UC Saros right here. Heischer's 15th of the season. 3:57 of the third period. It's Bastian off the box. 2 minutes for tripping. The Nashville Predators have an opportunity on the power play right here. It's going to be Dawes coming in with a save on the captain, Roman Josi, and then Dawes is going to come out with a save on Ryan O'Reilly, and the Nashville Predators power play would fail to generate the type of pressure that they were able to generate early in the first period in this game, or the type and level of scoring opportunities. We go all the way to the 8:01 mark of the third period, and we find UC Saros coming in with a save on Mercer at the 9:14 mark of the third period. It's UC Saros coming in with a save on Jack Hughes. We go past the midway point of the third period, and it's UC Saros continuing to go to work. The 10:37 mark of the third period, it's UC Saros coming in with a save this time on Luke Hughes at the 11:23 mark of the third period. UC Saros coming in with a save on Smith at the 12:17 mark. The Nashville Predators finally get themselves a shot on goal. Again, it's Dawes coming in with a save on Afanasiev at the 13:17 mark of the third period. It is Dawes coming up with a save on Luke Shen at 14:42 of the third period. UC Saros comes up with a save on Mercer, but the rebound follow-up 1 second later by Timo Meier ends up into the back of the net. The rebound jam gets the New Jersey Devils their third goal of the game. It's Timo Meier's 10th goal of the season, and for the Nashville Predators, unable to control their crease area box out, and Timo Meier does the hard work, gets in there and brings the jam, and multiple whacks away at it before finally pushing it past UC Saros to give the New Jersey Devils a 3-2 lead at Bridgestone Arena. At the 15:14 mark of the third period, it's UC Saros coming with a save on Hughes. At the 16:12 mark, it's UC Saros coming with a save on Meier. At 18:04 of the third, with the extra attacker on, Dawes comes up with a save on Glass, and then we see a stick check that prevents the Nashville Predators from Sorum putting a rebound back into the net. We see the Nashville Predators get some good sustained pressure with the extra attacker on, but it is at 19:22 of the third period when Hischier gets the puck and he fires it in from the neutral zone for an empty net goal. It is his 16th goal of the season, and it is his second goal here of the third period. So Hischier gets the second goal for New Jersey and the fourth goal for New Jersey in this game, and that is going to do it for this game. The Nashville Predators drop this game to the Devils 4-2 on home ice at Bridgestone Arena and get outshot by an incredible 46-32. Now listen, I know the Nashville Predators seem to slow things down. 22 shots on goal after the first period, 34 after the second, then 46 at the end of regulation. It seemed like they were destined to give up 60 in this game when it got started and got underway, and UC Saros was under so much pressure. But UC Saros did what he could out there on the rink. He was absolutely stellar in the first period, going 22 out of 22, and the Nashville Predators give up a snipe. They give up a tip-in goal in front, and then they give up some rebound jam, and that's it. They lose the 2 points. It did end up kind of being a trap game for this Nashville Predators team. The Devils played last night, so on the second night of back-to-backs, they had to travel, and the Devils looked like the fresher team in this game. I don't know how that happens, but I know that Andrew Brunette is going to be pretty damn upset about it when he gets to the dressing room. He looked pretty unhappy about it on the bench, and there's maybe some discussion to have about that at some point in time soon. But again, the final score of this game is 4-2 in favor of the New Jersey Devils, and they outshoot the Nashville Predators 46-32. And again, the Preds, I don't know if they overlooked the Devils. I don't know what it was, but that was not the effort that anybody was looking for. Even when the Preds seemed to be in control, the Devils still seemed to find a way to win this game by 2 and didn't seem to make it look all that hard. That's going to do it for the Reaver Sports full game recap. More coming up, analysis, box score, and so much more on the Renegades of Puck podcast. It's now time for the Reaver Sports full game recap. We'll go all the way back February 15th of the year 2024. When the Nashville Predators were facing off against the Dallas Stars at Bridgestone Arena, head coach Andrew Brunette deployed his lines and defensive combinations in the following way: Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Novak, Sissons, and Glass, Trennan, McCarron, and Smith, Afanasiev, Jankowski, and Goryanov. So some new shakeups and combinations there. Yossi and Barry, McDonough, and Shen, Luzon, and Carey, your defensive pairings. UC Saros gets the starting goal for the Nashville Predators. We are only 35 seconds into the game, and it is stealing the puck and getting his 7th goal. That was a good one, wasn't it? His 7th goal of the season for the Dallas Stars. It's honestly the first play of the game, and it leads to a bad turnover in the neutral zone. Some lackluster effort getting back in defensive zone coverage, and the Dallas Stars, just like that, lead 1-0 at 3:28 of the first period. UC Saros makes a save on Robertson at the 4:27 mark of the first period. Matt Duchene, yes, that Matt Duchene gets his 20th goal of the season, making it 2-0 in favor of the Dallas Stars. A very tough first 4.5 minutes for the Nashville Predators. 5:28 into the first period. UC Saros coming with a save on Hakanpää at the 6:16 mark. The first hits. UC Saros coming with a save on Joe Pavelski at 8:36. UC Saros comes up with a save on Ben's backhand scoring opportunity at the 10:01 mark. Saros comes up with a save on Pavelski. We are halfway through the period. The Dallas Stars are absolutely dominating in this game. At 10:37 of the first period, UC Saros with a save on Delandria at the 12:31 mark of the first. It is Smith. Yes, Craig Smith. That Craig Smith with his 7th goal of the season. 3-0 now in favor of the Dallas Stars at the 13:46 mark of the first period. UC Saros coming up with a save on Robertson at the 13:48 mark of the first period. It is Jake Ottinger. Yes, that's right. The first time I've said Jake Ottinger's name in this game, coming with a save on Shen. It's the first shot on goal for the Nashville Predators. Quite the loud Bronx cheer coming out of the stands at Bridgestone Arena. Short-lived celebration on that first shot on goal for the Nashville Predators, though, because at 15:53, it's Johnston putting his 16th goal of the season into the net and giving the Dallas Stars a 4-0 lead at Bridgestone Arena. At the 18-minute mark of the first period, UC Saros would make his final save of the game when he stops Tyler Seguin at the end of the first period. We would see the Nashville Predators put to an end one of the worst 20-minute stretches the Nashville Predators have had easily all season, and maybe an all-timer. Down 4-0, outshot 18-1. UC Saros calls it a night. Kevin Lankinen comes into the game. We are 10 seconds into the second period, and Jake Ottinger comes up with a save on Ryan McDonough. In the first 10 seconds of the second period, the Nashville Predators have as many shots on goal as they had in the entirety of the first period. 14 seconds into the second period, Ottinger coming with a save on Afanasiev. So 14 seconds into the second period, the Predators have doubled their shot production from the first period. At the 42nd mark of the second period, Ottinger comes with a save on Michael McCarron. At the 51-second mark, Ottinger a save on Shen plus the follow-up. So see, the Nashville Predators are showing that they can, in fact, and are capable of generating some offense in this game against the Dallas Stars. The 4:14 mark of the second period, it's Lankinen back to work with his first save of the period, and that's going to come on Johnston. But at 4:40 of the second period, it's going to be Heiskanen with his sixth goal of the season. That makes it 5-0 in favor of the Dallas Stars. At the 5:46 mark of the second period, it's Ottinger coming with a save on Ryan McDonough. At 7:10 of the second period, it's Lankinen coming up with a save on Smith. At the 7:35 mark of the second, Hakanpää off the box, 2 minutes for tripping. Our first penalty of the game in a game that's at 5-0. You would expect there to be some special teams play involved, but this is the first power play of the game for the Nashville Predators, an opportunity to get their offense going. Ottinger is going to come up with a big save on glass. He's also going to stop Novak. Predators will use the momentum coming off of that power play to generate some more offense at 5-on-5 hockey. And at 9:50 of the second period, it's Cole Smith coming up with his sixth goal of the season, getting the Nashville Predators on the board and breaking the shutout. 5-1 now in favor of the Dallas Stars. At the 10:23 mark of the second period, it's Cole Smith picking up a penalty, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. So just 30 seconds after Cole Smith puts the puck in the net to get the Nashville Predators on the board, Cole Smith is picking up a penalty, and this came from a situation where it appeared that he was high-sticked behind his own net by Ryan Suter, emphatically throws his glove, has some choice words for the officials, and ends up with a 2-minute penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct. To be honest with you, it's something that just simply cannot happen in this situation. Tyler Seguin is going to cash in on the power play, getting his 20th goal of the season for the Dallas Stars, making this game 6-1. So Cole Smith gives a goal and then takes one away by taking a terrible penalty. The Nashville Predators now find themselves down 6-1. The 11:21 mark of the second period, it's Tommy Novak picking up his 11th goal of the season. All he does is make plays, and good for the Nashville Predators to continue fighting back. Now the offensive floodgates are wide open. Dallas leads 6-2 here in the second period. We flip over to the backside of the sheet. We go to the 11:35 mark of the second period. We find Lankinen coming with a save on Rupe Hintz. At the 12:53 mark, Lankinen comes with a save on Delandry. At 14:43 of the second period, Lankinen comes with a save on Heiskanen. At 15:10, Ottinger back to work, coming with a save on glass. Clearly, the Dallas Stars gaining some momentum after the Nashville Predators' second goal. They did not like the Preds trying to claw their way back into this one. 16:24 into the second period. Ottinger comes with a save on the captain, Romeo. 17:44. The second, Lankinen comes with a save on Roddick Fox. 18:37. Ottinger a save on Forsberg. And at 19:47 of the second period, Matt Duchene picks up his second goal of the game, now 21 on the season. He played some guitar at Tootsie's, picked up a couple goals at Bridgestone Arena, and got on out of town with a couple of points in this one. Is the Dallas Stars leading at the end of two periods, 7-2. The remarkable thing for the Nashville Predators is they do have 22 shots on goal at the end of two periods, which means they picked up 21 shots on goal in the second. Dallas has 33 for the game, so the Predators being outshot 33-22 after two. We start the third period with Jake Ottinger checking out of this game and Wedgwood checking into this game. Totally different circumstances how we got to both backup goaltenders. Wedgwood gets an opportunity, 1:25 into the third period. He comes up with a save on glass, and then at the 2:34 mark, it's Lankinen coming up with a save on Smith. At the 3:50 mark of the third period, it's Delandria's second goal of the season. This makes it 8-2 in favor of the Dallas Stars. At the 4:12 mark of the third period, it's Ben picking up penalty. 2 minutes for boarding on Luzon. Wedgwood would come up with a save on Forsberg, but that would be it for the Nashville Predators power play. Now, a situation would arise as soon as Ben gets out of the penalty box. McCarron goes immediately after him and picks up 4 minutes for roughing and a misconduct. That would be the end of the night for Michael McCarron. Johnston would pick up a power play goal, his 17th of the season. So for the second time in this game, the Nashville Predators take bad penalty, end up giving up a power play goal against. That makes the score 9-2. Yes, 9 in favor of the Dallas Stars at Bridgestone Arena. Again, another situation that simply cannot happen. Bad penalties eating up this Predators team. 11-14 into the third period. It's Wedgwood coming up with a save on Mark Jankowski at the 15:04 mark of the third period. Wedgwood again coming up with another save on Jankowski. Just wanted to point out that Mark Jankowski was still hustling, giving effort, and generating some offense here, even when the game was well out of reach. At the 17-minute mark of the third period, it would be Wedgwood coming up with a save on glass. And at the 19:15 mark of the third period of this game, it's Wedgwood coming up with a save on Gurionov. Hey, Gurionov's there. And that's going to do it for this hockey game. This wraps things up at Bridgestone Arena. The Dallas Stars absolutely blow out the Nashville Predators 9-2. This game was never in doubt. It was 4-0 after the first period. The Predators with only one shot on goal in the first period. Preds do rebound to get a reasonable shots on goal total at the end of the game of 29, but the Dallas Stars have 41. And again, the Nashville Predators just absolutely looked terrible on the home rink. They could have had any historical goaltender Hall of Famer of all time in net. They could have had all of them at the same time. And with that defensive effort and the efforts they put on their home rink last night, they would not have found a way to win this game. Giving up 9 goals against is just absolutely a devastating night on the rink. It's just so much worse. The first period of this game is one of the worst. I think it's on the list for worst periods of all time in franchise history. Outshot 18-1. Your starting goaltender ends up getting pulled, and you end up giving up 4 goals. It's not the way you wanted to come out against the Dallas Stars. The Preds had played really good. The Preds were 15 seconds away this season from being 3-0 against the Dallas Stars. And in this game, it looked like the Predators had never had a chance to play against or defeat the Dallas Stars at any point in time. So, again, wrapping this thing up, the Nashville Predators fall 9-2 on home ice, get outshot 41-29. Very, very little positives coming out of this one. The coach clearly very frustrated, had some choice words for the players about checking into hockey and getting away from their vacations, their lives, and whatever else it is that's distracting them right now. But Andrew Burnett is clearly pissed. We've got so much more to talk about when it comes to this game. It was a 9-2 blowout, but there's a lot of fallout from this game, and we've got to discuss. That's coming up in the next segment in the analysis portion. That's to do it for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. That was a tough 10 minutes for the Nashville Predators fan base. This is the Renegades of Puck podcast. It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to February 17th, the year 2024, when the Nashville Predators were in St. Louis to face off against the Blues for the second of 3 regular season meetings. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines and defensive combinations in the following way: Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Nyquist, Glass, Sissons, and Evangelista, Jankowski, Novak, and Trennan, Sherwood, McCarron, and Smith. By the way, McCarron, a fresh 2-year contract extension. Yossi and Fabro, McDonough, and Shen, Luzon, and Carrier defense pairings. UC Saros gets the start in net, and we are just 17 seconds into the game in St. Louis, and it's Saros coming with a save on Neighbors, his first shot on goal of the game. 125 of the first period, Saros coming with a save on Rosen, plus the rebound follow-up. Multiple shot and scoring opportunities for the St. Louis Blues here in the first 2 minutes of this game. At the 2:13 mark of the first period, Binnington coming with a save on Fabro, plus McCarron's follow-up. First shot on goal, first scoring opportunity for the Nashville Predators at 3:10 of the first period. UC Saros coming up with a save on Neighbors again for 10 of the first period. First goal of the game goes to Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators. His 14th of the year comes off of a partial deflection off of the defense and into the net. Nashville Predators have a 1-0 lead earlier in this game, a significant difference from their previous effort against the Dallas Stars on home ice. The 6:07 mark of the first period, it's Binnington coming up with a save on Fabro at 8:08. Binnington, a save on McDonough at the 10:10 mark, just crossing over the middle point in the first period. Saros coming with a save on Torrey Krug, and then UC Saros is going to have to go to work. It's the 11:10 mark. Saros comes with a save on Sundqvist. 14:10. Saros comes with a save on Kairu's deflection. Good scoring chance there for St. Louis at 14:26. Binnington comes with a save on Glass. Our first penalty of the game comes at 14:33 when Tropichenko goes off to the box. 2 minutes for interference. The Nashville Predators' first power play opportunity would only generate 1 shot on goal. Binnington would stop Glass, and that would be it for the Preds. But at 17:07 of the first, it's going to be the St. Louis Blues getting their first power play opportunity of the game as Trennan's picking up a penalty. 2 minutes for boarding, and then we will see Luzon picking up a penalty as well. 2 minutes for high sticking, getting way too physical in front of the net. 5-on-3 now for the St. Louis Blues for potentially a minute and 21 seconds. We see UC Saros coming with a save on Shen, and then we see UC Saros coming with another save on Thomas, but then Kyrou is going to cash in with his 19th goal of the season, giving the St. Louis Blues their first goal of the game, tying the game up at 1 apiece. It was a weak side one-timer with only 1 second left in the 5-on-3 power play. So there would be a remaining 38 seconds of the power play after that 1 second would expire. Nashville Predators would do an expert job of killing that off and getting out of the first period. Now, because of the special teams play, the Predators ended up getting outshot at the end of the first period, but overall, a much better period than they had in their previous games first period. St. Louis won, Nashville won after one. St. Louis out shooting Nashville 12-8. We get into the second period. It only took 9 seconds for the Nashville Predators to get their first shot on net. Binnington comes up with a save on Philip Forsberg at the 1:17 mark of the second period. Saros coming up with a save on Buchnevich with the middle of the mask right there between the eyes. 3:35 of the second period. Binnington, a save on Fabro at 4:50. Binnington, a save on Forsberg at 5:07. Binnington, a save on Yakov. Trending at 6:28. Jordan Binnington comes up with a save on Cole Smith. Heavy action there in the defensive zone for the St. Louis Blues at 6:49 of the second period. Saros comes up with a save on Hayes. The 7:08 mark of the second. Binnington comes up with a save on Sherwood. And the 9:34. Binnington back to work again. Another save, this time on Colton Sissons right at the middle point of the game. The 10-minute mark of the second. Saros comes up with a save on Thomas at the 10:36 mark of the second period. UC Saros coming with a blocker save on Buchnevich, sliding across, one of the better saves for UC Saros in this game, and he would have to make a number of big-time saves at the 10:53 mark of the second. Saros, a save on Neighbors, 11:53. Saros, a save on Kessel. This was a huge sequence for UC Saros in this game, keeping the Nashville Predators in this one. 13:09 mark, it's Luke Evangelista picking up his 10th goal of the season. He outweights Binnington and tucks the puck to the empty net on the partial breakaway. Use the speed, use the skill, raise the leg like the flamingo, gave the fake, and faked Binnington right out of position, giving the open net to Luke Evangelista and giving the Predators a 2-1 lead in this game. What a hell of a move, a hell of a play, and a hell of a finish by Luke Evangelista. Great to see him back in the lineup. Of course, we made quite the argument for him to be back in the lineup, and that argument proved to be correct. At the 14:53 mark of the second period, with the Nashville Predators leading 2-1, Binnington coming with the save on the captain, Roman Josi. 15:25. Saros, a save on Kessel. 16:48. Binnington, a save on Tommy Novak, and we head to the backside of the sheet, and we find it 17:16 of the second period. It is Glass who is off to the box. 2 minutes for hooking. This is going to put the St. Louis Blues on the power play, just like at the end of the first period. Preds getting themselves involved in some troubling special team situation. Saros comes up with a big save on Krug, and then we find Shen getting called for holding, but no, it is not going to be a 5-on-3. A penalty shot, which was the right call, has been awarded to Neighbors. Absolutely, Shen pulled from behind on the breakaway, and it is going to be UC Saros coming out with a huge save on the penalty shot for Neighbors. The power play resumes just 5-on-4. Saros comes up with a save on Hayes. Preds get out of the second period, still being outshot in this game, 28-20 overall. We get the clean sheet into the third period. You know what? Action starts off a little bit slow, a little bit tight. The Nashville Predators have obviously come out with a defensive mindset, especially in the neutral zone, so it takes all the way until 3:56 of the third period before we get our first action. It's Binnington coming up with a save on Luzon. A really good scoring chance, a good low shot right here by Luzon. Almost tricked Binnington at the 4:32 mark of the third period. It's Binnington coming with a save on the captain, Roman Josi. At the 5:38 mark of the third period, UC Saros comes up with his first save of the third period, and that would be on Walker's wrist shot. At the 6:18 mark of the third period, it's Blay off the box, 2 minutes for interference, and this was a close call, but you know what? I would not have disagreed if this was a non-call. The puck was really still in the area, very much so. Not sure that I agree with the call up to the Nashville Predators on the power play. That's the fact. So we're getting back to the game right here. And we find on the Nashville Predators power play, it is Philip Forsberg getting his 26th goal of the season. You give him the time and the space, and he's going to walk it in from the top of the circle as close as he can before picking his spot and just absolutely ripping it. Nyquist, great job setting the screen. Wasn't sure if perhaps Nyquist had deflected the puck, but it looks like the puck goes in off of Binnington. It definitely changed angle on its way into the net. But Philip Forsberg's 26th goal of the season comes on the power play at a critical moment in this game and gives the Nashville Predators a 3-1 lead. Now, at the 7:51 mark, as soon as we get back to 5-on-5 play, it is Schenn getting his first goal as a Nashville Predator. First goal of the season. It was a long shot through traffic. The Nashville Predators, again, doing a very good job of causing Jordan Binnington a tough time of seeing the puck in any way. So Schenn gets his first goal of the season. It finds its way in. It goes off of Binnington and then into the net. And just like that, the Nashville Predators have a 4-1 lead here in the third period on the road in St. Louis. At the 8:19 mark of the third period, Luzon gets involved with some stuff that the Predators frankly did not need at this moment in time. 2 minutes for roughing. He was responding to a big, clean hit that took place against Alex Carey, but Alex Carey is a big boy. He picked himself back up and got right back into play. It wasn't just Luzon. It was Sherwood. It was almost everybody on the Predators decided to go after the St. Louis Blues player. It was just not necessary. Luzon picks up a penalty 2 minutes for roughing just after the Nashville Predators go up 4-1. It is going to be Sundqvist, though, coming up with a penalty 2 minutes for interference before the end of the St. Louis power play. It's going to lead to an incredibly short power play for or 4-on-4 situation of only 2 seconds. The power play for the Nashville Predators would be after that for 1:58 seconds. Binnington would come up with a save on Yossi, and that would be the end of the Nashville Predators power play. The 12:52 mark of the third period, Walker, his 5th goal of the season, some rebound jam at the edge of the blue paint for St. Louis, gets them their 2nd goal of the game. The Predators lead 4-2 now here in the third period, and it was just Walker doing a good job getting to the front of the net, working hard, getting that rebound. 13:57 in the third. Saros a save on Kessel, plus the follow-up by Captain 14:06. Saros a save on Kessel. 16:49. Saros a save on Schenn. All incredibly difficult and tough saves at this time of the game, while the St. Louis Blues were really putting the pressure on the comeback. 18:28. O'Reilly's empty net goal is his 20th of the season. He gives the Nashville Predators a 5-2 lead. That will effectively do it, but in 1916, we have Binnington doing something dumb because he's a dick and picking up a penalty 2 minutes for high sticking. The Nashville Predators would finish the game on the power play, but they would finish the game with a 5-2 victory. St. Louis would outshoot Nashville 37-33, and the Nashville Predators a considerably better effort, and I really appreciated the way the Predators closed out periods, going really hard up until the final buzzer, the final whistle at all times. That's the type of effort the head coach was looking for, and for the Preds, a truly, truly necessary and needed game to get back on track in the win column. So for the Predators, great job to go on the road, go to St. Louis in what I consider to be a must-win game, pick up the 2 points, do it in pretty good fashion, coming in with the 5-2 victory. So for the Nashville Predators, finally, you could take a deep breath, at least until Tuesday in Vegas. That's going to do it for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We got full analysis and so much more coming up next on the Renegades of Puck podcast. Thanks so much for joining us for the Renegades of Puck 2023-2024 Nashville Predators season recap. We're doing it in chunks of 5 games, so we sure to appreciate you jumping along on the journey and checking out each and every part. Remember, you can check us out at renegadesofpuck.com. Check us out on social media, and we sure to appreciate each and every one of you for jumping in the trenches with the Renegades of Puck. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Sonnier. Stick taps, love, and respect.